bands, and I'm gonna show you how to set up the resistant bands to how to tie them up. The way I do it, I use this lead right here. I love this one because it has the hole, so we can use the hook, and then we grab the resistant band. We fold it by the middle, exactly at the middle, so that we can have both sides equal. Feed the hook right through it, and then we hook it to the little hole. You can wrap it around a machine, or you can wrap it around like this one. You could wrap it around right here, and of course we're gonna put some weight on this. I wouldn't wrap it around edges like this because the resistant band will, with all the movement, will cut on you, and you're gonna get basically you're gonna get whipped by your own resistant band. So we don't want to do that. So the first thing always is safety, and we test it. We just pull on it. Like I said, we are gonna put more weight on it, and it is good and safe. And now I'm gonna show you. And the next step is to show you how I lay on the floor to do the leg raises and the distance between my body, my hands to the whole apparatus thing. And so my setup looks like so. The floor mat is gonna be at a good distance away from your point of pulling. The handles and this area here is where you're gonna be having your hands extended, and I'm gonna lay down and show you how to do that. But this is the way the setup looks like. All right, so we lay down and make sure that your resistant bands are fully extended. And then what we want to do is we want to lay down and be able to grab them. But make sure that when we start this, that the resistant bands are extended, but they're not full, like you're not pulling on them, because when you get up here, they're gonna be super tight on you, and so the resistance can catch you off guard and whip your hands back, or it can just be too much for you. So arms extended, and we're gonna lay flat, legs on the floor, and again they have to be center. And so whenever we do our leg raises, and at this position we're ready to do them, legs off the floor, and then we just leg raise and also pull on the resistant band. There's another exercise that I love to do with this particular position, in this particular position right here. So instead, I just pull these down like so, and so you pull them down, and then you just hold the resistant bands by your side, and then just do the leg raises. This creates a lot of tension on your core because you're constantly holding this. You're not just holding this position, so there's constant pressure on the top of your abdominal, and the leg raises going up and down creates tension on the bottom. For leg raises, fully extend their arms, the resistant band to be extended. Grab it, both hands. What you can do, this is the way like I like to tell real beginners, is better to raise it up, hold it right here, and then get used to doing the leg raises like so. That way you get used to the tension, and then you can play with it, raise, pulling them, pulling them together. My one tip that I do want to point out when it comes to resistant band work, on the core exercises that I like to do, I choose the lightest resistant band. This one is from 8 pounds to 10 pounds at the most, and this one is the thickest one that there is in this gym. And this one's, I believe, 30 pounds or so of resistance. And the way resistant bands work is that you have them from zero, and as you pull them and extend its whole length, then you're pulling the 30 pounds of resistance or whatever it is. So this one, let's say, is 25 to 30 pounds or whatever. So right here is where I'm actually doing 25 to 30 pounds. For core exercises, I really recommend, if you haven't done them in a while or you've really never done them, you are a true beginner, to always start with the lightest resistance. And for me, I always choose the lightest one because I also love to do high repetitions, because what we want is to burn the fat between the skin and the muscle wall. And in order to do that, high repetitions is the better option. If you do a lot of weight or a lot of resistance right away and you haven't done these in a while, or you've never done them, you can pull your abdominal wall muscles, or you can hurt some of your intestines. And you don't want to hurt yourself by straining yourself with so much weight or resistance. So always lighter resistant band, and make sure your setup is nice and safe, and do high repetitions, anything from 15, 20, 25 up to 30 repetitions per set. And we want to give and take, do 3 or 4 good sets of per exercise on abdominal, for abdominals, for your core. And really we just want to hit 3 to 4 exercises for core. All right, next we have the tucks to leg push-ups for core off the floor. Now your leg raises is just your legs going up and down and keeping your bottom on the floor. But this next one's, we're gonna do is gonna tuck and push up, and your bottom, your hips are gonna come off the ground to like give you a curl your abdomen. So it's basically a reverse crunch, right? And it's gonna look like so. We're gonna pull these all the way to your side. Regular leg raises. Then we're gonna do the tuck and the push up. We're gonna try to push your legs all the way to the ceiling. Now these are a little bit harder. The tuck to a push up, or a reverse crunch, if you will. They are a little bit harder, so we always want to start with our goal being like 10 reps. But go for it as many as you can, and don't overdo it with the sets. 3, 4 sets will be enough for your core. On this one, I really like to use the safety racks, and this one unfortunately can't go very low. The bigger arm does not go that low, so I use the emergency rack right here, and so I stay within that safety. So all I'm gonna do is push this weight up and hold it right here. That way, if I get tired, I use the rack for my safety and let it drop right there. So for leg raises, it's gonna look like so: 1, 2, 3, up. Hold that right there. Extend your legs, and regular leg raises. And then from here, we can switch up to the tucks and push up of the legs, because now we have a lot of resistance right here on the barbell. And as we get tired, after so many repetitions, leaning against the rack, and let it come down slowly. And again, within the safety of your rack. On this one, you don't have to do that much weight. The barbell weighs 45 pounds. So whatever you add, make sure it's weight that you can control as you push up, and as you get tired, that you can control to come back down. No, this is 135 altogether for me, but I can control it. Do less weight. You don't have to impress nobody. And remember, safety first. All right, so these parallel bars will be the more difficult level to the leg raises off the floor, even with the resistance bands or with the cables. So the ones that where we're doing off the floor, they're much easier than these right here. So this is the harder level. So we're gonna progress in our fitness levels, and getting into the more we get into shape, we can go to the next level. Or you can even try it for one set, see how many you can do, see how hard that is, and don't get discouraged if you only do 5. Go back to the easier levels and do more repetitions and get yourself in shape. Remember, this is a lifestyle, and the whole thing of it all is to do it safely and to do it that you don't get discouraged and quit on it.